I am Professor Srivastava from WDF University, established with a mission to achieve the SDG goals by providing professional courses for continuing education and lifelong learning opportunities. Today I am going to tell the education and media professionals how they have an opportunity to earn $1 million in education sector. The COVID-19 pandemic continues to take a massive toll on lives and livelihoods of people around the globe. The pandemic has affected educational systems worldwide, leading to the near total closure of schools, universities and colleges, impacting about 98.6% of the world's student population. 1.3 billion learners around the world were not able to attend school or university. School closures impact not only students, teachers and families, but have far-reaching economic and societal consequences. The impact was more severe for disadvantaged children and their families, causing interrupted learning, compromised nutrition, child care problems, and consequent economic cost to families who could not work. While the epidemic is still affecting the population all over the world and no effective vaccine is in sight, countries have started to reopen their learning centers, be it school, colleges, universities, or institutes of higher learning. In India, more than 200,000 parents have decided not to send their wards to schools, endangering them to the risk of COVID till there is a single case of COVID or a vaccine is available. UNESCO has recommended the use of distance learning programs and open educational applications and platforms that schools and teachers can use to reach learners remotely and limit the disruption of education. Moving from on-campus to remote learning raises several issues that we will discuss later on in this video, and these issues are related to infrastructure at both ends, logistics, engagement, access and suitable content. This is a massive challenge and provides a great opportunity for people to earn millions, if not billions.
Hello everyone, I'm Prajita Srivastava from WDF University. I'll discuss the aspects and methodology of online education. Why is it unavoidable now? Many institutions are running spreadsheets to see how many learners spaced 6 feet apart will fit in a classroom, planning one-way paths through the workplace and figuring out adaptations to restrooms, lunchrooms, entrances. However, there is no way to accommodate the students in the available spaces. The situation is more serious of great exodus and shift of population from urban to rural areas in places like India. Until the COVID-19 crisis, online learning comprised of a relatively small share of education. Now, the situation demands for all the institutions to set up infrastructure to improve student learning, engagement and experience while operating remotely. Faculties are using varied methods for imparting lessons, such as sending scanned notes via email or WhatsApp or using webinar or video conferencing. Many states are planning to start DTH channels for education. None of these meet the learners' requirements.
Emerging evidence provides some tantalizing glimpses of framing methodologies for the global education. Onus lies on institutions and the governments. Both have the responsibilities. Institutions have to cater to innovative content creation, which includes edutainment. They have to build infrastructure for creating e-learning content. Three engaging technologies such as virtual reality, artificial intelligence, robotics are very important, and they can form an essential component of learning. There is another requirement. It cannot be just boring e-learning content. So, if you want the students to have engaged, there has to be some sense of community. Vibrancy, which is available in the universities and institutions, they have to be brought even into e-learning content. How can it be done? It can be done by video options, counseling online, gaming, and modification classes, mindfulness classes. 6. Finances for necessary equipment and internet access is to be provided by state governments. The governments have great responsibility post-COVID. They will have to consider increasing the infrastructure in schools and institutions so that the large amount of the people, large numbers of the people who have done an exodus from urban places to the rural places have enough institutions, classes and classrooms to accommodate them. Even if online technologies, as we'll be discussing later on, will be used, then they need to be provided tools such as smartphones and internet access. Governments may have to support the education by making these free or available to them by giving some loans from banks and other financial institutions. There are certain immediate actions required by both institutions and the governments, big or small, public or private. All the institutions will need to start immediately considering building infrastructure and compelling contents to keep the students engaged in the classes. The immediate step is to identify the consultants and the talents and the e-educators and bring them together so that they are able to make compelling content. For this, infrastructure will need to be developed in the institutions. These may be virtual studios, the TV studios, or even audio studios with well-equipped system for animation, for editing and post-processing. This is the future of the study and learning system in the universe. The globe will change. There will be places such as Ivy League in USA and Europe, America and Australia who are having big names big universities. But I tell you, there will be enough opportunities for emerging economies to have such world-class institutions and provide education in an environment which will be free or at Mizoram or Nagpur or Nagaland are the great places. There are very few cases and they have great climates. They can provide education on cost much less than what EVLEAGUES are doing it. But EVLEAGUES will still have the shares. The higher learning education who are having world-class professors, they can be associated to not only make the content but also come and impart education to the students here in these countries. Now, under this scenario, there is a great opportunity for all, for educators, for content creators, for broadcasters, for communicators, for investors, for institutes and also for governments to come. Do you think the possibility of people to earn millions and billions by transforming the education that will happen in the present century? And I assure you that it is going to happen if people want to survive and give a better education than what they had been giving so far. If you feel that what I am telling is having something to do, then please do write to me on my email and let us discuss it further. Thank you very much.